We are going to welcome our next presenter. And this is the manager, Airworthiness CASSOA. The manager, Airworthiness CASSOA, who is going to give us an overview of what CASSOA does and also update of the regional activities. So please take interest in what he's going to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much, MC. As he has said, my name is Masha Mweni. I'm the manager CASSOA. I'm the manager Airworthiness at CASSOA, working together with all other officers under the stewardship of our executive director who was here. So I'm going to take through this presentation, which is about the overview of how CASSOA is formed, what it does, and how it assists its member states. So we're going to look at how CASSOA is formed and its objectives and functions. We see also how it is structured in the entire organization and how it carries its activities. We'll also look at how the governance and management is set up. We'll also look at the funding model that it uses and the milestones and the impact of those milestones, to the partner states. We shall also have a look at a brief overview of the ongoing activities and the collaborations that we have with other international organizations. And of course, in any environment, there could be challenges, and we shall look at those challenges and how we mitigate them. And of course, when you have challenges, there are opportunities which normally present themselves. So we shall have an overview of all that. So CASSOA is 18 years old now. As you can see, it was formed in April. Its birthday was this month by a protocol to the EAC Treaty as an autonomous agency. When we say autonomous, is that it does its own budget and implement it, but of course with the relevant approvals of the budget. The mission of CASSOA is to enhance effective oversight systems in all partner states by harmonizing civil aviation safety and security standards and best practices. Of course, its mission is to be a model regional safety and security oversight organization. As you can see, CASSOA is centrally located within the East African region, in the Pearl of Africa, in Uganda, Entebbe, where you see it is located centrally, both if you look from the north, from the south, from the east, is centrally located there. So its headquarters is in Entebbe, just a few kilometers from here. When it was started by 3 member states, that was Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. But over the years, it has grown, and now the membership stands at 8 partner states. And these are Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, South Sudan, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Somalia. Somalia being the new entrant and of course the last born, as it stands now. So the functions of CASSOA, as mandated by the protocol, that CASSOA is a level 1 RSOO, and when we say it's a level 1 RSOO, under the auspices of CASSOA of ICAO, it is that it does advisory and coordination functions. And these include advice on developing aviation safety legislation or regulations in the aviation sector. And of course, its implementation procedures, which are the technical guidance materials. We aspire, as a level 1, we aspire to move forward, and in the next 3 years, we hope that we shall move to level 2, where we'll actually be providing operational assistance functions. Of course, when we're doing operational assistance functions, we can be carrying out certification and licensing activities. However, will not be having the mandate to do the enforcement on whatever we find out. That will be upon the state that will have delegated CASSOA to undertake those activities on their behalf. So the organization structure, as you can see, we have the board. Under the board, we have the executive director, and we also have an internal auditor on site. We have the technical side of CASSOA, which consists all the audit areas, and we have the support staff. So in the technical side, we have the personnel licensing. Within personnel licensing, we also have the aviation medicine specialization India. So basically, the technical side has 7 technical staff. And of course, the support staff, where we have the HR and the finance side. The governance of CASSOA is such that the board of directors consists of all the DGs from the partner states of the EAC. So they are the ones who form the board of directors, together with one member who is an aviation expert that has been selected by the state or the minister, appointed by the Minister of Transport within that state. Together with the DGs, they form the board of CASSOA, which is the apex of the governance of the agency. And in management, we are led by the executive director, Engineer Richard Gatete, and he's supported by the director technical, all the technical staff, and all the support staff. So basically, that's how the management is at CASSOA. Within the operationalization of the functions of CASSOA, we also have technical committees. The technical committees are headed by the aviation experts that we have seen that they actually form the board. So we have 3 of them. The first one is Technical Committee Regulatory, which looks at the technical matters and the functions of the agency. All the technical activities that are undertaken by the agency before they are actually given a nod for any implementation, they are undertaken or they are looked at by the Technical Committee Regulatory, and then they forward them to the board for approval and implementation. When it comes to administration, finance and administration, we also have another committee that looks at the administration and all management of finances, and this is Technical Committee, Finance and Administration. These ones are headed by the directors of finance in the partner states, or the directors of human resource or managers of human resource. They're the ones who form the Technical Committee, Finance and Administration. The other technical committee we have is the Audit and Risk, and is formed by the heads of audit and risk from all the partner states. So we have three technical committees that form part of the governance of the agency. So the key activities that are undertaken by the agency are technical missions, and technical missions could be that a state could request, or the agency itself, when it's making its own annual program, it will actually schedule, depending on the need that it has seen from the partner states. The schedule, we normally schedule the technical missions in annual schedule of activities. And some, when we go for the technical missions, if it is a new entrant to the CASSOA region, we undertake a gap analysis. The gap analysis is just to establish the collaboration and to know the status of that state in terms of the safety and security oversight activities that they undertake. We also support, these are just routine CA activities we normally support. They could be part of what we have scheduled in an annual schedule of activities, or a state, depending on the need, they can write to CASSOA and request for a support. When we come to audits, when a state has been scheduled for either USAP or USWAP audit activities, we also schedule activities where we support the states in this area, which sometimes we carry mock audits, but depends on the circumstance. We also organize workshops, training workshops, seminars, and we also support the states with the ICT platforms by providing IT systems such as Sophia. Recently, we had a workshop on the deployment of ECAS, which was facilitated by ICAO in conjunction with the ESA. That was in December last year. And through that, the partner states were given, there was a workshop which was very, very informative in terms of Annex 13. And we also have PEXO 3. PEXO 3 is a platform for examinations where we have common examinations within the partner states. And we have an IT platform which hosts the examination and in PEXO 3. The funding of the agency, we have seen that, or rather we have been told that it's a fragile area from our high table here. I don't want to look at the picture there. And in any case, I'm not negating what the speakers have said. You know, we are many, and Africa has a lot of trees. Maybe somebody has seen this tree in their country. We have been told that one of the resolutions that we study from the previous presentation is that we also have issues of funding. So this one is not negating that fact, but it's a wish. Maybe somebody has seen this tree. If it gives us those seeds, and as we've been told here, rain is over, is actually from January to January, we would actually be in a better place. That is on a light note. However, Funding of the agency is done by the CAAs. The CAAs are the primary source of funding for the agency. But we also have our friends we collaborate with, and we also get funding from there. And the funding here is both in services, could be training, could be activities that are funded for the purpose of assisting states. So we actually get sometimes grants. ICAO and AFCAC have supported us in funding so many activities. Like, for example, right now we are on the establishment of safety and security oversight system in South Sudan. And the AFCAC, in collaboration with IASA, have really helped us in this area. As we speak today, next week, the team will be headed to South Sudan for phase 2 mission in the establishment of the safety and security oversight of that country. So, after having seen all that, what are the milestones, therefore, that have been achieved? Some of the milestones have been, as the high table was delivering the speeches, we have seen some, we have had some of the milestones that the agency has had. And one of them is harmonized legislation and the procedures. One of the functions that the agency undertakes is to harmonize the legislation from the annexes. So we have ready regulations. We have a model act, and we have model regulations and model procedures. So any state that joins the EAC CASSOA has the advantage of getting all these without any struggle. The other one is sharing and pooling of resources. And sharing and pooling of resources, for example, if state A requires as an expert for a specific activity, and they write to CASSOA. CASSOA goes around or checks into the database to look at the appropriate resource in terms of personnel, and then they actually organize so that state A can be helped. And this includes areas where the OGT, we look at where that specific, for example, take for an example, if you have an area fitness inspector who have just done all the trainings, however, they want to undertake an OGT, then we organize and they are attached to a state where they undertake the on-job training in there. We also have shared IT systems that we have already talked about. We have the Sophia. Tanzania, as a member state, has all its systems in this IT platform. So, from the application to the issuance of with an approval, a certificate, or anything that an applicant will have requested is done under the Sophia. We also have the exam system where CASSOA has a platform. All the member states come to validate examinations together, and it hosts that platform and the examinations are there already for the member states to use when they are examining their inspectors. The project support that we have talked about already as an RSOO, one key is the one that is we are undertaking in South Sudan, and recently Somali also joined the EAC, and we have already done a gap analysis into that state, and we have seen the areas where they need improvement, and that is work in progress, which is all ongoing. So the impact from that work, if you look at this graph here, I just want to highlight this, that DRC, we have put in DRC here because it's a member of EAC. However, during the time that it has been a member, no audit has been carried out. But we have put it in here because it's a member at the moment. But if you look at Burundi, the scores of and the EI, currently it stands at 44. And it was below 30%. That was for the audit that was done in 2019. That was the ICVM. If we go to Kenya, there was a marginal drop when the audit was done in 2018 from the ICVM or 2013. Just a marginal drop. But we have worked closely with the state, and if an off-site validation or an ICVM is conducted, we are sure that the score will actually be a little bit higher. We have Somali and South Sudan that have not been audited, but we are working closely with them, with the states, to ensure that they are ready, that the safety oversight system in those states are robust and they are ready for any audit. For the United Republic of Tanzania, the scores on the last ICVM, which was done in 2017, they showed an improvement. And of course, Uganda, from the last audit which was done in 2014, that was the ICVM, and the audit that was carried out in 2023, we can see that there was a lot of improvement. So these are the impact that we are talking about, and the benefits of being an EAC CASSOA member. On the USAP, we also have similar trends. We have not put the states there, so don't relate the way the countries were being from the other one, because security information is shared on the need-to-know basis. So, but basically we are saying that even in this area of USAP, there's a lot of improvement. At the moment, we have 3 countries that have been scheduled for the USAP audit activities. That is the Republic of Rwanda, Burundi, and DRC within this year. They've been scheduled for these audits, and already we have undertaken support missions in Burundi together with the ISAF and Rwanda, sorry, may I correct this? We have undertaken together with the ICAO, that is the ISAF regional office, to Rwanda for a support mission. We also undertook a similar mission to the Republic of Burundi very recently, and we have also scheduled a mission to the Democratic Republic of Congo. Initially, it was supposed to be earlier than the scheduled date now, but it was rescheduled to later this year. So those are activities that the agency undertakes to support its member states. Now, we have an assessment activities that are undertaken for the RSOs. And one of the methodology that was being used was known as CASSOA. CASSOA is the Global Aviation Safety Oversight System. And this one, the assessment that is undertaken in the RSOs is similar to the USWAP activity. So, CASSOA has been assessed recently, and this was November 21st, 2024 to November 25th. And the area of focus or the scope of that audit looked at GEN. When we say GEN, GEN is the organization. When we go to the use of CMN and legislation. Combined is combined and is called GEN. And the other area that was audited was airworthiness. And the MOU that was done between the agency and ICAO, we are looking at a phased approach in assessment. So the assessment was very successful, and the areas that were audited, the specific areas as a level 1 RSOO was C1 to C5. As you can see, it's written GASSOS stock wrap. So just before the audit or the assessment undertaken to the agency, the methodology was changed to RAP. And RAP means the RSOO and the RIO assessment program. So when this was changed and the assessment was undertaken, the agency, CASSOA, was the first to be assessed under this methodology. And the results are as follows. As we have said, we audited from CE1, CE2, 3, 4, and 5 only, because we are at level 1. And being level 1, we don't interact with the industry there. So I have said that one of the key functions that we do is actually to develop regulations and the associated procedures. But then when you don't interact with the people who use them, sometimes you may not be able to know whether they're effective or not, other than the reports that we get from the partner states. And since it's harmonized, sometimes they tailor them according to the needs that they have, because we don't have common regulations. So at CE1, you can see the score was about 75% there. And then C2, we managed 91.67%. C3, 80%. In the organization, in the qualified technical personnel, we marginally managed 28.57. It is the tree, the seed that we are looking for. If we have that seed, if somebody has that seeds, please, before you go, give us your contact. We'll come for those seeds, because this really affected us. and it's because of lack of that tree. So in CE5, we got 88.89. And what does this then therefore mean? The results, it means that the gen area, basically we got 75%. That is the organization and legislation. We got 75%. And then on air, we got 85.42%. And the results now actually shows us that we have a strong organizational framework and solid regulatory framework and associated procedures.
Like I said, we don't interact with the users of these regulations or the procedures, but it's an area of improvement all the time. And of course, we are committed to continuous improvement in safety oversight, safety and security oversight. So areas of improvement is technical capacity building, especially in training, where we got a marginal 20-something%, coordination among member states, resource allocation, which we have been told that is a bit fragile. And of course, we continue to monitor our states, the performance within our states, and see where there's a requirement in improvement. So the ongoing activities that we have, we are looking at the regulatory framework so that we can have common regulations, because we want to have the automatic validation of licenses, and the CAO state letter reference AN 12-1.1-21-17/19, which was issued on 29th of March 2017, which recognized that a group of states can come together and have a common law, and they issue certificates that will be recognized within the membership of that group. But of course, they need to have an MOU that will be registered with a CAO. So that is an area that our legal team, together with ESC Secretariat, are working together so that we can have common regulations and have this automatic validation. But we also have the Center for Aviation Medicine, which is situated in Nairobi. And this Center of Aviation Medicine has really revolutionized the aviation medicine practice in the ESC region, and ensuring that a CAO serves and the harmonized regulation, and they also provide continuous training. In this center, which is, I would say, is a center of excellence within the region, we usually have continuous medical education that is conducted by the aviation medical expert in there every month. So the aviation medical assessors from the partner states usually participate in the continuous medical education, and we have really been forefront in this. There have been studies about the future demands.
The future demands on long-haul flights, considering the advanced technology potential to detect and intervene cases of pilot
incapacitation in the
That is a
cohort.
study that
That is a study that
this center is undertaking.
this center is undertaking.
It is geared
And
towards
it is geared towards carrying out
researches
researches
in that area
of aviation medicine
affects
that affects
our personnel
personnel in the aviation sector.
So it is said that
It is said that
go very far,
if you want to go very far,
go with friends.
go with friends.
But if you want to go fast,
But if you want to go fast, just go alone.
CASSOA, we have friends
CASSOA, we have friends
that
have been working together,
that is why
and that is why we were talking about those milestones here. And
some of these friends
we have entered into some MOUs
and some partnerships. For example,
with CASSOA,
just recently,
there was a mission to CASSOA from CASSOA, where there was some assistance in the preparation for
the RAP assessment. And also,
CASSOA, we have also an understanding so that they also
in the
help us
certification of
in the certification of airports.
IASA,
a long time friend.
in so many areas.
In so many areas, we have the South Sudan.
Last December, we
Last December, we have the deployment of
ECAS,
and so many other activities
that have been undertaken. We also have collaboration with them
have a collaboration with them for the sharing of the ITS database, where the training
is actually
entered into a database for the purposes of monitoring.
And as you can see from that picture there, the two chiefs from AMAC and CASSOA signing some documents.
This was an MOU that was being signed
last year
in Zanzibar, where
AMAC and
CASSOA signed
MOUs. The MOU and this
MOU
an action plan.
Has an action plan which was operationalized in Montreal.
And in that
organization of this MOU, AMAC
came to CASSOA during the time
of the assessment,
just benchmark
on
and of course in future should there be a requirement for assistance, that MOU stipulates that. And of course, that action plan also, we are talking about the assistance of AMAC for the ANS support in our region. And of course, AFCAC has been very instrumental. A lot of activities within the EAC. The one that we've just mentioned here about South Sudan, they have been very key in the support. So next week there's a mission that is going to be undertaken, and it's courtesy of AFCAC and in collaboration with IASA. For the establishment of safety and security oversight system in the Republic of South Sudan. So we already undertook phase 1 of that in South Sudan under that arrangement. Now that mission that we are talking about is phase 2. So we are taking that mission first. So, of course, when you have all these things that we are saying, milestone and everything, we also have challenges.
So the delayed financial contributions by our key stakeholders is a challenge, but ESC has come up with a sustainable funding mechanism based on the GDP of the country. So we are trying to look at that to see how we can mitigate in that area. So sharing of relevant IT and information, as you know, there is the issue of protection, data protection in each state, but we are making some efforts through workshops and trainings, and we are actually telling the states that the information that we are requesting is only for the improvement of safety, only that, nothing else. So, of course, there are opportunities, engagement in ICAO, and we are encouraging that whenever there is an issue, that the states within East Africa can come up together and look at the environment, scan the environment, and look at the areas that they require for improvement for a joint representation. And of course, research, we have talked about CAM leading that, and we are in that track. So basically, as we have seen, that CASSOA in its mandate is to assist the partner states in improving the safety and security oversight of the aviation sector, help states in developing regulations and the associated procedures, sharing of resources in terms of the personnel, and other areas that require assistance. So basically, that is how CASSOA is formed, and those are the activities that CASSOA undertakes in a nutshell. Thank you very much.